What's up, you guys? So I watched the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and I wanted to discuss a few things here. If you already seen the thumbnail, I'm also going to be trying to do some voice acting. I believe that we may get a Super Mario Legend of the Seven Stars movie. And why do I feel like this? Why do I say that? Well, here's why I feel like this. And here's the thing. This is not confirmed. There's no way that I've heard Nintendo speak about this. I'm just assuming that we may be getting this because if you really think about the lore of Super Mario or Mario, you got to think about it, right? So they did the Mario movie, and in the Mario movie, they did the generic, the original Bowser kidnaps Peach, and then Mario has to go save Bowser. I'm sorry, Mario has to go save Peach from Bowser. They did the introduction. We've met, Toad. We've met a few of the characters. We met Peach, and it was a good movie. The first movie was a really great movie. I really enjoyed the first movie. Nintendo has been hinting at a build up for Mario. I'm not sure if they're trying to do Smash Brothers. I'm not sure where they're actually going with it. We've heard from the director or the creator of this movie stating that we may not be getting a Smash Brothers movie anytime soon. If we are going to get a Smash Brothers movie, you might not get one anytime soon. But I do feel like it's something that it is leading up to. I love all the Mario, games. I love Mario 64. I love Mario Sunshine. But here's why I feel like we may get Mario Legend of the Seven Stars, the actual storyline behind Legend of the Seven Stars. If you remember how it went, well, first off, let's just talk about the first movie we had, Mario versus Bowser, right? The second movie, Mario Galaxy, where we had the story with Rosalina. They introduced Rosalina, they introduced Star Fox, they introduced a bunch of other characters, a wide range of different characters. You had a bunch of cameos. Um, and in the Super Mario Galaxy movie, the whole premise of that movie was Bowser Jr. He's trying to free his dad from Mario, and he wants his to reunite with his dad, so now that they could take over the world, they could take over the galaxy. So that was the storyline they had with Super Mario Galaxy. Now, if you think of Nintendo trying to up the whole danger or like go even further beyond that, where are we gonna take the third movie for Super Mario? Where are we gonna go? Like, where are they trying to take it? I feel like if you wanted to go even bigger than Super Mario Galaxy, you don't go to Super Mario Sunshine. You don't go to, you don't go back to Bowser. You go even deeper within the lore of Mario. And the best villain that we've had in Mario's entire, history, one of the best villains was Smithy and the Smithy gang. You know what I mean? If you've played Super Mario RPG, then you remember how Smithy was like such a crazy enemy. He actually took over Bowser's kingdom. He controlled the castle. He, ran amok, and now it was like kind of like a bigger danger than just Bowser. It wasn't just, you wasn't just worrying about finding the princess. You were now worrying about freeing the kingdom from the clutches of Smithy and the gang. Um, and I believe that this is something Nintendo is thinking about. I believe that this is something that they could do, and I feel like if they was to do this, I want to be ahead of this. I want to actually put in my resume for this. So, here's what I'm going to do, and here's what I'm deciding to do. Nintendo, if you're watching this, this is my audition for Mario Legend of the Seven Stars if you do the movie. Because, like I said, I'm not sure they're going to do this. I'm not sure this is something that is even being discussed. I do feel like it's being discussed. It may be something they're looking into because, again, you're trying to go bigger than the Super Mario Galaxy movie. And I believe that the best way you can go if you're going to do a third or fourth Mario movie is with Super Mario Legends of the Seven Stars. And that's just how I feel, as being a fan of this whole, you know, um being a fan of Mario, being a fan of, the history behind Mario and the games and everything that we've played in the past, that I've played in the past. So I would love to try something out. I want to do some voice acting. I want to see if like I could get down the voice of a few characters. I want to if they was supposed to do a Super Mario Legend of the Seven Stars movie, I would want to play Gino. Like if they introduce Gino, if you don't know who Gino was one of the characters that was introduced in Legend of the Seven Stars. We've never really gotten Gino in another game besides that. he's a fan favorite and people love Gino from Super Mario RPG. So if they do the movie, I would love to be the voice behind Gino before another celebrity actually decides to get this, this role. Um, Either Gino or Smithy. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the voice. I'm gonna do some voice lines from Gino and Smithy. Smithy is the sword, the big sword that actually dives into Bowser's kingdom and pierces into the kingdom and takes over everything, and that's where the whole story begins. So I'm gonna do some voice acting from Gino and from Smithy, and if I do a good job, I'm gonna try like different variations, different kind of like pitches, and see how it works. If I do a good job, Nintendo, I want you to consider me to be a part of this, franchise, to be a part of that movie. So I'm gonna start it off now. I just want to get into this real quick. So let's see how well I do as Gino, and let's see how well I do as Smithy. And you guys, you can rate me in the comments. Let me know if you guys think I did a pretty good job, pretty decent job. And Nintendo, if you're watching this, remember this is my audition for voice acting between Smithy and Gino. So we're gonna get into it now. So let's do it. Let's get back to it. Let's start it up. All right. I serve a higher authority. That star piece belongs to everyone. You can't keep it. Okay, so that's me. That's my first pitch with that. So this is like Gino's. This is the first time I believe that Gino speaks in the Super Mario All Stars. I'm sorry, Super Mario Legend of the Seven Stars. That's like the first time he actually says something. As you can see, like they don't even he doesn't even have his name pop up on the screen or anything like that. So this is like the first time he says something. Let me try another tone and see how that works. Go back a little bit. I serve a higher sorry. Let me try again. I serve a higher authority. That star piece belongs to everyone. You can't keep it. Okay. All right, so one more time, I'm going to try another kind of different tone. Let me see if I can change it up a little bit and see how it sounds. So let me go back again, try it again. All right. I serve a higher authority. That star piece belongs to everyone. You can't keep it. Alright, so that's not bad. I tried like 3 different pitches, 3 different tone of voices just to see how like I could get the voice down with Gino. Just to see like how he might sound if they actually did introduce him to the in a movie. Like a lower pitch tone if he's like a little bit like, mean, or maybe like a little bit, emo, or ominous, and then like a higher pitch just to see if I could get like, because the Super Mario movies, they tend to have these characters that are really like lively, bubbly, alive. Like even Fox, like if you hear how Glenn Powell did Fox's voice, he did him kind of, he really was kind of like a cocky, just, real lively type of character, and he really brought him to life. He didn't make him like mean or angry or like a villainous type of tone of voice. He made him real like active, alive, bubbly, just kind of like chipper kind of guy. You know what I mean? So I think he did a great job. So that's how I feel like I could do Gino's tone of voice. Let me go to another scene with Gino and try to do another interaction and see how that works. So let me fast forward here a little bit. And this is when Mario and Mello actually meets Gino for the first time. So let's go into that. Okay, let's go back. Let's try this. Thanks for the help, but who are you? And this is Mello talking. Huh? Don't I know you? You look familiar. So, you're the Mario. We know about you. Okay, so that's one tone of voice. Let me try a different tone, a little higher, a little bit more, up tempo, see how that sounds. Let me go back a little bit. Okay. Thanks for the help, but who are you? Huh? Don't I know you? You look familiar. So, you're the Mario. We know about you. Alright. Alright, let me try one more time to see if I can make him sound even better than that. Let's try that again. One more time. Thanks for the help, but who are you? Huh? Don't I know you? You look familiar. So, you're the Mario. We know about you. Alright, so I tried to give him, again, from low to high, just to see, like, I could, play around with, like, different tones and see how he might sound. So let me know how you guys feel about that. I'm going to try now to do a Smithy voice. So let me find something where Smithy is in. So, all right. Okay, so this is the final. Okay, so this is the final battle with Smithy and Mario. So I'm gonna try to do Smithy's tone. I'm gonna try 3 different voices and see how that works. So, alright, let's see. Hey, there's the last piece. Huh? Already finished your tour of the factory, huh? Alright then. How about a hold up. Let's go back. Huh? Already finished your tour of the factory, huh? Alright then. How about a little demonstration? Stop making those. Oh, that's right. Huh? So you're Mario. Looks like we're gonna have a little dispute over the star. My, we're a little touchy today, aren't we? You know I'm actually growing rather fond of you. I think I messed that up, but I'm gonna try it again. Let me try it one. Let me try that last line one more time. All right. My, we're a little touchy today, aren't we? You know I'm actually growing rather fond of this place. Let me try that one more time. I kind of messed up a line right there, so let me go back a little bit and try it again. My, we're a little touchy today, aren't we? You know I'm actually growing rather fond of this place. Why don't you give me back your... Oh, let me go back. What he said. Better yet, why don't you give me your stars? Why, then I could easily conquer this world, then we can get rid of all wishes and create a world filled with... Oh, my God. The dialogue is going so fast, I'm trying to catch it. Let me try it again. Alright.
Why don't you give me your stars? Why, then I could easily conquer this world and we can get rid of all wishes and create a world filled with weapons. Over here now. I'll crush you all. Alright, so I'm gonna try that whole thing on one more time with a different tone and see how I could get it to sound, because I messed up on a few lines. The dialogue is just moving so fast, I'm trying to catch it, but I should be good. I'm gonna try it one more time. So Huh? Already finished your tour of the factory, huh? Alright then, how's about a little demonstration? Huh? So you're Mario. Looks like we're gonna have a little dispute over the star. My, we're a little touchy today, aren't we? You know, I'm actually growing rather fond of this place. Better yet, why don't you give me your stars? Why, then I can easily conquer this world and we can get rid of all wishes and create a world filled with weapons. Over here now, I'll crush you all. Alright. Okay, so that was the next tone. I'm gonna try to like do something different and see if I could make it even more menacing as I possibly can, because Smithy kind of strikes me as like just this menacing character that like I don't think he would really sound like he has a happy bone in his body. He just sounds like somebody who wants to conquer and somebody who wants to take over and somebody who just really just hasn't had a great life. You know what I'm saying? Like he isn't like he isn't like a positive guy. He's very negative. Let me try to tone it down even more and see if I could really capture that ominous side of him. So I'm gonna try it one more time. All right, let's go all the way back. All right. Huh? Already finished your tour of the factory, huh? Alright, then how's about a little demonstration? Hold on, let me go back a little bit one more time. Huh? Already finished your tour of the factory, huh? Alright then, how's about a little demonstration? Huh? So you're Mario. Looks like we're gonna have a little dispute over the star. My, we're a little touchy today, aren't we? You know, I'm actually growing rather fond of this place. Better yet, why don't you give me your stars? Why, then I can easily conquer this world and we can get rid of all wishes and create a world filled with weapons. Over here now, I'll crush you all.
All right, so that was my take on these characters and me trying to do the voice acting for these characters. So I gave three different voices for Smithy and Gino, trying to kind of like capture their individual characteristics just to see if I can make it, sound decent coming from that character. And like I said, Nintendo is doing such a great job with voicing these characters. I think they had a great cast from the first movie to the second movie. I don't think you need like a complete all-star cast just to sell the Mario movie at this point. I feel like even if you didn't have someone who was voicing someone famous who was voicing one of these characters, I feel like people will still watch the movie regardless. And besides, if you're going to do a movie that's as big as like Super Mario Legends of the Seven Stars, if this is something that they have been thinking about or something that they're trying to go in the direction of, I would feel like you would want somebody to voice these characters that actually has the love for the game. And I've played this game so many times that I've lost count, So I love it's my favorite actually Mario game ever. You know, aside from every Mario game that's ever came out, Super Mario Legend of the Seven Stars is most likely my favorite Mario game of all time. So you want somebody that actually has the love for these characters and actually wants to put in the work to actually bring the characteristics of these characters to life. So if you guys do decide to do this movie, just keep me in mind and keep me as an option as someone who can possibly do the voice acting for either Smithy or Gino. Those are the two characters that I feel like I would love to portray if you guys were gonna do this movie. The Super Mario Galaxy movie is out now. I actually did a review for this movie. You guys could check it out on my page right now. It's a great movie. Great movie. You know, great action, great nostalgia. They really show a lot of life to the world of the Mushroom Kingdom. Once again, they did a great job with the cast and the characters. They did a great job with the animation, illumination, Universal, wonderful, job, superior job, and it's just as good as the first movie, in my opinion. That's just how I feel. So let me know how you guys think about my audition to do the voice acting for Smithy or Gino. Let me know if you guys think I actually did a great job, and let me know if there's something you think I could work on because I would love to be a part of this movie. So, all right. So, till next time, you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for taking the time out to watching me try this audition out for Nintendo. Thank you guys so much for keeping me in your thoughts if you guys do see this video. And once again, you guys, thank you for all the support. Peace. I'm out.